Hello there and welcome to From Then to Now, the TEW 9 save where we take WWF and WCW from 1992 as far as we possibly can. We've got WCW, the go-home show for Superbrawl, our first big pay-per-view of WCW. We've had a Clash of the Champions. This is our first pay-per-view coming up, which will be next episode. And Tony Schiavone's out to run down the card for tonight. We have got Barry Windham versus Diamond Dallas Page, Marty Jannetty and Jushin Thunder Liger versus Brian Pillman and Richard Morton. The Headhunters are in action. Sting and the Steiners will team with Dustin Rhodes to take on Cactus Jack and the Dangerous Alliance. And of course, this episode is being filmed live on Twitch. So if you want to be part of this in the future, make sure to follow the Twitch account, The Phantom TEW. It's great fun. We have great fun on the streams. You see all the behind the scenes stuff. You see the B shows. It's just nothing's expected of you. You just get to come and see the mind behind the madness. You poor things. But if you're still on the YouTube channel though, make sure you hit a thumbs up and subscribe, as we will be giving more From Then to Now content coming to you. Gets a 57 rating for Tony. We go into the opening match, which is Barry Windham versus DDP. And Barry Windham defeats DDP in 11:58, continuing his build to getting that NWA World title shot with a superplex after Vinny Vegas accidentally hits DDP whilst trying to hit Windham. It's a good storytelling match. That's why we put it as that. It tells two stories at once. You've got Windham trying to get to the NWA World title and Inoki. You've got DDP and Vinny Vegas, who are not quite on the same page anymore. And so, we continued the Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Vader. That name needs to change because it's not that story anymore. We then get DDP hugs Vinny Vegas. Basically just say, it's okay. It's okay. And then DDP turns around. And the camera just pans out. And the Diamond Stud takes out Vinny Vegas. Forearm to the back of the neck. And Stud just starts beating down on Vinny Vegas. As DDP just stands there, looking away, head shaking. Gets a 45 rating, a 46 for the hug, and a 44 for the actual attack. As yes, this is now setting up Vinny Vegas versus the Diamond Stud at Superbrawl. The Steiners are backstage. And they're chatting together and they go, you know what? We beat two singles champions last week. And you know, we're not one to beg for things. Of course not. But surely, if we're beating the singles champions, we deserve a shot at the singles titles. I think Rick should get a shot at Austin. He pinned him. I should get a shot at Rude. I beat him. I think that's only fair. So, Alliance, how dangerous are you really? Or are you really nothing more than just a group of cowards? Gets a 45 rating. Junior's title match, well not title, but Junior's match is Jannetty and Liger take on Pillman and Morton. Somehow in this feud I've never actually done this match. I've done them as a 6-man, never done this match. But even then on that 6-man, Pillman was on this team. But Pillman intentionally gets DQ'd while fighting Liger. They just go out and steal the show. Liger is by far the best in this match, a 69. Very nice. Gets a 64 overall. Morton is the weak link, which is a shame because of course he is the champion at the moment. But he's going up against Jannetty at the weekend. Gets a 458, 44 crowd. La Pelea del Tela on backstage, pre-recorded. And they say, look, you know, last week we beat 2 Armstrong brothers. Brad and Steve. Now Scott. No, Brad and Scott. Now Steve, you tried to claim your brothership back a couple of months ago. So I think it's only fair. We beat the people who were your last number 1 contenders. I think it's time we got a shot at you, and maybe you and Tracy can work out whatever's going on between you. And maybe it'll be a lot easier with the titles in La Pelea del Telezams. Both guys are great off script, they're just not great on the mic. And they'll get better as they get more over. The dangerous locker room. Austin and Rude accept the challenge from the Steiners. And Arn Anderson says he wants to become the number 1 contender to the world title. Simple as that. He wants to be the number 1 contender for the world title. So he's going to issue a challenge for Superbrawl. Someone big. Someone who, if he beats, it'll be undisputed that he is the number 1 contender. Arn Anderson challenges Vader. Vader versus Anderson. The challenge has been laid, and 2 title matches have been accepted. Of course, this is the Go Home show, so all of those little storyline threads need to be wound up, and all the matches need to be confirmed. The Headhunters pick up a quick victory, well, 7 minutes-ish, over Abdullah the Butcher and Van Hammer. Abdullah's here because he's somehow recognisable still. I haven't buried him enough. And Van Hammer is here because he's leaving and I'm burying him. So he takes the pin. Van Hammer was a weak link, as you'd expect. I'm surprised he didn't phone his performance in this week. Actually, he might have. Let's see. Nope, he didn't. Abdullah is obviously declining. I'm thinking of giving him a big retirement, one last feud before he leaves. Probably against Cactus Jack. Just because I think that's fitting. But let me know what you guys think about that. We then get a double-barreled promo as Sting, from last week after the attack from Cactus, he's walking out, I've just won this WCW World Heavyweight Championship. And Cactus, I know you got paid off to attack me last time, so I don't know if you'll be paid again. Is the Alliance behind this? I don't know. But I don't care anymore, Cactus. Because I'm going to take you out. And that's what's important to me. You like pain, you like suffering, I will make you suffer. You cost me the US title, you ain't gonna take the world title off of me. So, let me make this very clear to you, Cactus. Superbrawl, me and you, no disqualifications. If WCW will sanction it, the title will be on the line. Cactus responds saying, I saw this challenge a week ago when I was first told about it. They showed me it. And you know what, Sting? I like you. I like the way your mind works. Because you're right. I do like suffering. I do enjoy pain. And no disqualifications? Well, you're just walking into my wheelhouse. And in the week since you've made that challenge, yes, I accept, and they have sanctioned it. So, it will be for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. And you're right, I did cost you the US title, but you've cost yourself the world title. You are an idiot. You've made this decision, and now you've got to live with it. You've got to live with the knowledge that next week, Cactus Jack is going to end the career of Sting. Gets a 57 rating, and I think the promo I did was a lot better than 57. And the main event, the 8-man tag gets a 68. Arn pins Dustin with a spine buster, setting up a potential tag title match down the line. But after the match, Vader just takes out Anderson. Clobbers him, gets Vader bomb, he grabs the mic and he just shouts down in Anderson's face, I accept. Overall, we get a 65. Not too bad. We lose Pop. We're not in our stride yet, but I think after the MSG disaster, as I'm now calling it, I think it's fair that we don't moan too much when we're still gaining a bit of Pop. So, what do we think of the... So, overall, we move forward. Oh, we're lagging again because, of course, we always do on these streams. But in that case, I'm just going to call it here. Those of you who are on YouTube, want to know what you thought in the comments down below. But this is where I say goodbye to you. I'll see you guys in the next episode. As for the stream, let's go! Oh, I actually timed that perfectly.